Imagine for a moment, you're standing in the heart of a tranquil forest, surrounded only by the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind and the steady rhythm of your own breath. The fresh air brushes softly against your face as you watch beams of sunlight pierce through the treetops, creating a golden mosaic on the forest floor. Now return to reality. The constant buzz of notifications on your phone, the pressing demands of work, the daily worries. It seems impossible to find peace amidst all this chaos, doesn't it? But what if I told you that this serenity might be closer than you think? Today we invite you to explore an ancient wisdom with the power to transform your everyday life. We're talking about Buddhism, a philosophy that offers practical tools to cultivate emotional balance, mental clarity, and purpose, even in the midst of our modern whirlwind. This wisdom isn't about rigid doctrines or complex rituals. It's an invitation to reconnect with yourself and the world in a genuine and meaningful way. In this video, we'll dive together into Buddhist principles and Zen stories, uncovering how these teachings can be applied to your daily routine. You'll learn concrete steps to weave these practices into your life, fostering a deeper connection with the present moment and with your true self. It will feel like opening a door to a new way of seeing life, where every moment becomes an opportunity for growth and inner peace. Have you ever stopped to think about what it would be like to live without constantly feeling overwhelmed by external pressures? What if it were possible to find calmness even in the simplest tasks of daily life? This video is crafted especially for those who wish to bring more lightness, understanding, and harmony into their lives. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, now is the perfect time to do so. Here we share weekly reflections on spirituality, meditation, and Eastern philosophy, designed to inspire your inner journey. Each video is a new chance to expand your worldview and discover practical tools to navigate daily challenges. Moreover, imagine having access to content that goes beyond the surface, offering insights that truly make a difference in your life. By subscribing, you're investing in your own transformation, ensuring you never miss a new reflection or practice that could illuminate your path. And here's the best part. You don't need to be an expert or have prior experience with spirituality to get the most out of this content. All it takes is a willingness to explore new perspectives and take small steps toward a more mindful life. Ready to begin this journey? Together we'll discover how Buddhist wisdom can light your way, bringing clarity, serenity, and purpose into your life. After all, the first step to changing the world around you starts within yourself. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to take that first step in a practical and accessible way. Until then, consider this. How many times have you felt time slipping through your fingers like fine sand in an hourglass? What if we could transform that feeling into something more tangible, more present? Stay with us until the end because that's exactly what we'll explore. Oh, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you can receive our next videos directly in your feed. Together, we can create a space for growth, learning, and inspiration. Cultivating mindfulness. Imagine that your mind is like a river. Sometimes its waters flow calmly and crystal clear, reflecting everything around them with clarity. At other times, it becomes turbulent, carrying dry leaves, branches, and even rocks, symbols of incessant thoughts about the past or future. Now, pause for a moment and ask yourself, when was the last time you truly stopped to observe the currents of this river? The first step to integrating Buddhism into modern life is embracing the practice of mindfulness, also known as full presence. This approach invites you to anchor your mind in the here and now, transforming each moment into an opportunity to connect with yourself. A practical way to begin is by paying attention to everyday activities that we often perform without even realizing it, as if on autopilot. Think about that cup of tea you drink in the morning. Instead of sipping it while scrolling through your phone or planning your day, try feeling the warmth of the mug in your hands, noticing the delicate aroma spreading through the air, and savoring each sip as if it were unique. This simple act can become a gateway to the present moment, bringing a sense of calm and gratitude that often escapes us. And it doesn't stop there. Even seemingly mundane tasks can transform into moments of mindfulness. While brushing your teeth, notice the texture of the toothbrush against your teeth, the taste of the toothpaste, and the sound of the running water. When walking to work or moving around the house, pay attention to the movement of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your breath, and the sounds around you. These small gestures, when done intentionally, have the power to reconnect us with the present moment, offering a break from the constant whirlwind of thoughts. Another valuable suggestion is to set aside a few minutes each day to sit in silence. There's no need to adopt complex postures or follow rigid rules. Simply find a quiet space where you can breathe deeply and observe your thoughts without judgment. Picture your mind as a blue sky and your thoughts as passing clouds. Let them come and go without clinging to any of them. This practice helps calm the mind and develop a healthier relationship with your emotions, allowing you to see challenges and situations with greater clarity. By incorporating these simple practices, you'll be laying the foundation for a more balanced and conscious life. Remember, the journey begins with small choices. It might mean dedicating 5 minutes in the morning to observe your breathing or simply paying more attention to the taste of the coffee you drink every day. Every step taken with intention is already a victory. After all, mindfulness isn't about doing something extraordinary but about seeing the extraordinary in simple things. Consider this: how many times have you missed precious moments because you were distracted by worries or external distractions? What if we could change that starting today? Try putting these practices into action and observe how your perception of the world around you begins to shift. You might even be surprised to discover that the serenity you've been seeking is already within reach, hidden in the details of everyday life. Awakening compassion. Imagine that the world is like a tranquil lake. Every act of kindness you perform is like a smooth stone gently tossed into its waters, creating ripples that expand and touch the lives around you. In Buddhism, compassion is not just a feeling directed toward others. It begins within you with a gentle and nurturing attitude toward yourself. After all, we are all interconnected, and every act of kindness resonates invisibly but powerfully throughout the world. After cultivating mindfulness, we arrive at a new stage in the journey, exploring the dimension of compassion. This virtue is like a seed that, when watered daily, blossoms into a garden of deeper and more meaningful connections. A powerful practice to develop this quality is the exercise of loving kindness. This method involves directing positive thoughts both toward yourself and the people around you. Try repeating simple phrases such as, "May I find peace," or "May all beings live in harmony." By doing so, you create a mental space where empathy and generosity can naturally flourish, like an open field under the morning sun. But compassion doesn't have to be limited to words. Small daily actions have the power to strengthen your connection with others and transform the environment around you. Think of a sincere smile when greeting someone. It can brighten the day of a person who is feeling invisible. Or imagine listening attentively during a conversation, without interruptions or judgments. This simple gesture can make someone feel truly heard and valued. Even a moment of patience in challenging situations, like calmly waiting in line at the grocery store or handling an unexpected issue at work, can have profound impacts. Remember, you don't need to accomplish great feats to create positive change. Often, it's the subtlest gestures that touch people's hearts in lasting ways. By embracing compassion as part of your routine, you not only contribute to the collective well-being but also enrich your own inner journey. This attitude of mutual care is one of the pillars of Buddhist wisdom, offering a clear path for those seeking to live with more meaning and purpose. When you practice compassion, you are, in fact, nurturing your own soul. It's like planting a tree whose roots strengthen the soil around it while its branches provide shade for others. Reflect on this. How many times have you felt comforted by a simple act of kindness? And what if we could be that light for others, even in the most ordinary moments? Perhaps it's offering help to a colleague who seems overwhelmed or simply saying a heartfelt thank you to the bus driver. Every act, no matter how small, has the potential to create a positive cycle of energy and connection. To put this into practice, try starting your day with a clear intention to practice compassion. It could be something as simple as wishing well for 3 people you'll encounter throughout the day. Or, at the end of the day, reflect on how your actions impacted those around you. These small habits, when consistently nurtured, can transform the way you see the world and relate to it. Ultimately, compassion is not just a spiritual practice. It's a way of living. It reminds us that, despite our differences and challenges, we are all connected by an invisible web of shared humanity. By nurturing this connection, you not only illuminate the paths of others but also find more lightness and meaning in your own journey. Embracing impermanence. Imagine that life is like a river, always in motion, never standing still. Its waters may be calm or turbulent, but one thing is certain: they never remain the same for long. So it is with our existence. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence invites us to recognize that everything around us is in constant transformation. Nothing lasts forever, and this understanding can be a powerful source of liberation and inner peace. Often, suffering arises when we try to control or cling to something that will inevitably change. Think of a challenging situation at work, a personal relationship that doesn't go as expected, or even the passage of time itself. How many times have you felt frustrated upon realizing that something that seems so solid simply disappeared or transformed? Instead of resisting, the invitation is to embrace these changes with acceptance. By doing so, you allow yourself to flow with life rather than fight against it. It's like trying to swim against the current. The more you resist, the more exhausted you become. But when you relax and let the waters carry you, the journey becomes lighter. A practical way to explore impermanence is to observe the nature around you. Notice the seasons. Tree leaves sprout in spring, take on vibrant colors in autumn, and fall in winter. Observe the sunrise and sunset, which mark the rhythm of the days without ever being the same. Even the clouds in the sky, constantly shifting in shape and position, are subtle reminders that everything has its cycle and its time. When we apply this perspective to our lives, we begin to see challenges and losses in a new light, as opportunities for growth and renewal. Every ending is, in fact, the beginning of something new. This reflection can also help when dealing with intense emotions. Feelings like sadness, frustration, or joy arise and pass, just like waves in the ocean. A wave may seem immense as it approaches the shore, but soon it dissolves and makes way for another. Similarly, your emotions don't need to define who you are. By recognizing that they are temporary, you can avoid fully identifying with them, maintaining a sense of balance even amidst life's fluctuations. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings but observing them with curiosity and compassion, knowing they won't last forever. By embracing the wisdom of impermanence, you learn to value each moment without clinging too tightly. This mindset not only alleviates the weight of expectations but also enhances your ability to appreciate the beauty of the present. Imagine savoring a delicious meal or enjoying a special moment with a loved one without worrying that it needs to last forever. When you understand that everything is transient, these moments gain even more meaning because you live them fully without trying to hold on to them. To put this into practice, try dedicating a few minutes of your day to observing impermanence around you. It could be as simple as noticing the wind swaying the leaves of a tree or observing how the light changes throughout the day. You can also reflect on recent situations in your life that changed unexpectedly. How did you handle those transformations? What did they teach you about acceptance and adaptation? These small exercises can help cultivate a more flexible and resilient mindset. Ultimately, impermanence is not a threat but an opportunity. It reminds us that, just as flowers wither to make way for new buds, our lives are also in constant evolution. And by embracing this truth, we can find peace in the natural flow of things, living each moment with greater gratitude and presence. Finding wisdom in Zen stories. Imagine that Zen stories are like small windows into an invisible yet profoundly real world. They invite us to look beyond appearances and question our habitual perceptions, often revealing surprising truths through their simplicity. These narratives, though short and straightforward, carry teachings that transcend time and culture, offering wisdom that can transform the way we view life and face everyday challenges. At this point in the journey, it's essential to explore the power of these stories as a source of inspiration and learning. They are not just ancient tales, they are true jewels of Buddhist wisdom that remain relevant to this day. A classic example is the story of a Zen master who received a visit from an anxious student seeking answers. The young man asked countless questions about the meaning of life and the secrets of enlightenment, but instead of responding directly, the master served tea. As he filled the student's cup, he continued pouring even after it overflowed. Surprised, the student asked why he did so. Calmly, the master replied, "Just like this cup, Your mind is so full of thoughts that there's no room for new ideas. This simple story illustrates something profound: the importance of emptying ourselves of biases and expectations to make space for learning. These tales not only teach valuable lessons but also encourage us to adopt an attitude of curiosity and humility. They remind us that not all questions require immediate answers and that often silence or contemplation can be more revealing than words. Reflect on this. How many times have you found yourself trapped in a cycle of endless questions, searching for external solutions while ignoring the answers already within you? Zen stories invite us to pause, reflect, and realize that truth is often hidden in the simplicity of the moment. To integrate this practice into your routine, try setting aside some moments to explore these narratives. You might read one at the start of your day as a way to prepare your mind for what lies ahead, or before meditating, allowing its message to resonate in your mind and heart. Each Zen story is like a seed planted in the fertile soil of your consciousness. With every new interpretation, these stories renew themselves, offering additional layers of understanding and growth. For instance, the story of the Master and the Cup can be read once as a reminder to simplify your mind and another time as an invitation to embrace the unknown with curiosity. Moreover, these stories can be applied directly to everyday situations. Imagine you're facing a problem at work or at home. Instead of seeking an immediate solution, try adopting the Zen perspective. Is the issue really in what happened or in how you're interpreting the situation? By embracing this outlook, you may discover new ways to handle personal and professional challenges, finding creative and unexpected solutions. Another fascinating aspect of Zen stories is that they teach us to value silence and pause. In a world where everything seems to demand quick answers and instant decisions, these narratives remind us that sometimes the best response is not to respond. It's like observing an abstract painting. The longer you look, the more details emerge. Similarly, by creating space for silence and reflection, you allow deep insights to surface naturally. To put this into practice, try creating a personal ritual with these stories. Choose a Zen narrative that resonates with you and write your reflections in a journal. Ask yourself, what does this story teach me about my own life? How can I apply this wisdom to my daily routine? These questions can help deepen your connection to the teachings and make them an integral part of your inner journey. Ultimately, Zen stories are much more than simple tales. They are powerful tools that help us see the world with new eyes, cultivating an open and receptive mindset. By incorporating them into your routine, you not only enrich your understanding of Buddhism but also discover practical ways to bring more peace, clarity, and purpose into your life. We have reached the end of this journey, but remember, the path of spirituality and self-discovery has no final destination. It is like a river that flows continuously, shaping the landscape around it as it moves forward. Every step taken with intention and awareness is a seed planted for a more harmonious and fulfilling future. Throughout this video, we explored fundamental principles of Buddhism, such as mindfulness, compassion, acceptance of impermanence, and the wisdom of Zen stories. These practices and reflections are powerful tools that can transform the way you live and see the world. Now, the invitation is clear. Put these teachings into action. It's not about radical changes or reinventing who you are. On the contrary, it's about small daily choices that, when accumulated, create a significant difference. Perhaps it's dedicating a few minutes in the morning to breathe deeply, practicing attentive listening during a conversation, or simply observing the movement of leaves in the wind as you walk down the street. Every gesture, no matter how small, counts when the goal is to cultivate inner peace and connection with the present moment. It's like watering a plant. Even if you only pour a few drops each day, over time, it grows strong and vibrant. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. Buddhist wisdom is a guide, but your path is unique and personal. Allow yourself to make mistakes, learn, and grow at your own pace. The most important thing is to keep your heart open and your mind curious, knowing that every step taken with sincerity is already a victory. Imagine your life as a work of art in constant creation. Each brushstroke, no matter how gentle, contributes to the final picture. And even if not everything turns out perfectly, it is in imperfection that we find beauty and learning. We thank you for sharing this moment with us and hope that these reflections will illuminate your path. If this content touched your heart, leave a comment below sharing your thoughts. Your voice matters and can inspire others to embark on this journey as well. Additionally, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, now is the perfect time to do so. Here we share weekly reflections on spirituality, meditation, and Eastern philosophy, designed to inspire your inner journey. Each video is a new opportunity to expand your worldview and find practical tools to handle daily challenges. And here's something more. By liking this video and sharing it with friends or family, you'll be helping to spread this message of peace and growth to more people. Imagine how many lives could be touched by these simple yet profound ideas. Together, we can create a space of learning, connection, and transformation. Until next time, and may your journey be filled with light, discoveries, and transformation. Remember, the first step to changing the world begins within you. May every moment of your life be lived with intention, gratitude, and love. We are here with you side by side on this journey toward balance and wisdom. Take care of yourself and come back soon.